Right then, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back to another show of the Fifth Umpire. And this time, the five-match test series is beginning, India versus England. Before we start off, shocking news we received today of King Kohli not being part of the first two test matches. But we will move on because is it the batsmen who have to perform here, or is it the three spinners of Team India who will perform against Ball? I have the two experts with me, familiar faces, Aryan as well as Deepu. Aryan, I'll start with you once again after a long time. Welcome back to the show. Is it Ball or is it India ball, I must say, rather than Virat ball?
It was supposed to be Virat ball, Pritham, and now it's India ball. So yes, Virat, we wish him the best. First of all, we don't know what problem, what issue is it, but hopefully whatever it is, he comes back, ring strong in the third test. And then it's going to be character of India, how they react to a team that is going to come at them. Often teams haven't come at us in the home conditions, so now England is going to come at us. So it will be nice to see what happens, and we are just like 4 days, 3 days away from the first test. So it's going to be really intriguing to see who. This is like a chess game, and who makes the first move. It will be nice to see in this 5 game series.
Absolutely. And Deepu, straight away into the squad. First test at Hyderabad. We will not talk about the pitch right now, but into the squad, what you're seeing as of now, it's the same squad that went to South Africa. Little bit changes here and there because of spinning conditions. You have brought in Kuldeep Yadav. You have brought in Avesh Khan as well. Aryan, as unfortunately Deepu is not with us. Expecting three spinners and two pacers. Is it?
Yes, yes. No rocket science there, Pritam. We have Ash, Gaddu, and Aksar, if I'm not wrong. The
Yeah.
three spinners who can also bat. Then it's Mo Siraj, and when do you play Jasprit Bumrah? Do you play him for all 5? Do you not? So that's the question we need to juggle. But I would start off with him, uh, play him for one test, and then see his fitness accordingly. So Bumrah, Siraj, and then the three spinners. So that is pretty much the combination we are going to see for India with the ball, irrespective of any ground. We are going to see that combination.
Absolutely. And Deepu, you have been part of this show earlier as well, especially the test previews. And we have seen what we failed, I would rather say, against South Africa, the young guns, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, Shreya Iyer as well, a little bit of that. At home against a good side of England because we have seen them playing well in Asian conditions, as we remember against Pakistan as well. They have Jack Leach back as well as they have Rehan Ahmed as well. What's the onus on the three inexperienced players, I would say?
For England, I think it's the spin which is going to win the game for them, and I think Jack Leach has a very big role to play here because he has played here in 2021, 3 years ago, and he was the lone spinner. And yeah, I mean he has to do the bulk of the things because Moeen Ali is not there; he has retired from Test cricket, so yeah, he has to do the bulk, and obviously. Jimmy Anderson, with reverse swing, most likely to be there. I mean, he'll be one another lethal guy, and I still remember those dismissals of Shubman Gill and Ajinkya Rahane in that Chennai Test
Yeah,
second inning. So I think it's the two senior pros in terms of spin and pace who need to do the bulk of the things. And yeah, batting, I think we can just manage them. And Joe Root will be the key for them in the batting, and along with I think it's Zach Crawley opening the batting. So yeah, these two are the two main shows which are going to be the threat for us.
true that. And Aryan, I think we will not make much of a changes in a top four. Virat Kohli's replacement probably could be KL Rahul at four, and we might have KS Bharat at six. Many things to look into, but the three youngsters, Yashasvi, Shreyas Iyer, and Shubman Gill. Big tournament, big series, rather, I would say, for them to perform at home, is it?
First of all, Iyer is not a youngster. Second, he's played far too many test matches. Secondly, see, it's home conditions. Those conditions were kind of alien to these guys. All of them were, that was first tour, but you expect them to apply better home conditions. Now, this is where the questions will be raised. Away series, you can get away. Okay, it was your first tour, you didn't perform, chalta hai. But if you don't get runs on home series, then there are plenty of people who can take your place. So this is
Yeah.
more high pressure series rather than a away series. that is always a pressure, but you're given slight leeway कि चलो यार अवे सीरीज था और कंडीशंस एलियन थे, ये तो घर पे खेल रहे हो, और if you don't perform here then it's people are waiting in line. So
Yep,
I think rather than thinking about that, they should think that the conditions are us. There are conditions as in, and then we can perform. They should just take the confidence that we are playing at our home, but still, you need to apply yourselves, irrespective of the conditions. So I hope that they do well, and we'll get to see the signs of how they are going to progress from the
true that.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Deepu, last question before we move on forward is that who's your wicket-keeping batsman for Team India? Expecting KL Rahul to be the specialist batsman? No Virat Kohli? Is it a sign of a debut for Dhruv Jural or KS Bharat keeps his place?
I think KS Bharat will start, obviously, and we haven't seen this Indian team or even in the past that a debutant starting from the very first game. Maybe after 3 games or 4 games, we can see a debut for him in Dharamshala or in Ranchi. That's the most likely thing, or otherwise he's going to be benched. With KS Bharat, he's a safe keeper. Batting also has done very well in that unofficial game with
Yeah.
160 not out, and just almost creating history with chasing 490 odd on the final day. So he is definitely the one starting first up, and yeah, that's the only thing I am looking, which is certain.
Okay, and no Harry Brook, Aryan. He's flown back home. The middle order looks a little bit inexperienced, but they have got back Oli Pope, they have got back Johnny Besto. So good players who have played for in the IPL as well in Indian conditions. But do you still think against the likes of three spinners, as you mentioned before, it's a tough ask, is it?
It's always a tough ask for any team, but I think the replacement that has come in is a handy one. If you play Dan Lawrence, you get the off spinning options also. So I think they should actually include him in the 11. So you'll have that support between Root and Lawrence. And I think this team is going to come all guns blazing, because in a five-match test series, you have a chance for a comeback. I mean, even if you go down in the first test, you have a chance for comeback. So might as well play the style and see how India react to us, and then plan accordingly. So I think that's a very good opportunity for England to showcase their might of baseball on India and see how they react. So it's a going to be an interesting thing to see how the strategy plays out from both the teams.
Yeah, and test series is a long one. I predict James Anderson to play all the 5 games because I think he's going to be the last Indian tour for him as well. Potential Jasprit Bumrah might not play all the games, keeping a focus on his workload. But 5 games in such conditions where we have not seen, I would say, no Bangalore, no Mumbai, these kind of games are not there. But still, Deepu, the 5 venues that have been chosen, do you think all 5 of them will be a spin friendly?
No, not really. I think Hyderabad, if it starts to turn, it will start from day three, second session or third session. Most likely,
Okay.
it's tend to it's a very good surface to start off, and then it slows down, or the ball starts to turn. Vizag, we have seen turn off late. We have seen some spin. Similar with Rajkot as well, and Ranchi too. Dharamshala will be. I'm actually excited for Dharamshala, with the winters will most likely be on the last legs, and with all the picturesque and typical swinging conditions. And I'm hoping for a green top there, that the guys get to practice the green top surfaces, because whenever we go overseas we struggle. So yeah, I think it's the very good, really good surfaces and really good venues, exciting. And I'm, to be honest, I was looking forward to these type of venues, some new venues coming in to host test match cricket. And yeah, it's really exciting to watch Vizag and Hyderabad getting games, especially after the world missing out on the World Cup venues as well. So yeah, really very excited.
Okay, so you're looking forward to Hyderabad and Dharamsala, you said. Aryan, your
Yeah.
choices?
Pretty much all of them. That want to see how all the venues react, and how the pitches are prepared. Because there's already the rumor of pitches,
Yeah.
which is typical of the English media. So from what I saw in the picture today on Twitter is that the pitch is looking flat, or looking a bit dry. So they'll put a bit of a grass on it to hold it for the first 2 days. As Deepu said, might turn from day three, which is a perfect test match pitch. And yeah, there'll be some interesting decisions from Ben Stokes. He might declare on X number of times. So looking forward to that. Also, England throwing a few surprises in terms of declarations as well.
Okay, I would be surprised if it doesn't turn from day two, rather. But we'll see what happens. Going on to the venue, first test, Vizag, rather Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Hyderabad. We all know what this team or what this venue looks like. Always a belter with the bat in shorter formats of the game. But it's a test match. Like Deepu said, I'm expecting from the day three to turn a lot. But if you look into the stats, from Inside Sport, it says that match played, five matches, five test matches played. Average score is around 400. I don't think so. There's any team going to score 400 apart from India, but you may not doubt England's capabilities. Batting first, team won twice. Batting second, team won twice. High score
Yeah.
around 680s, and lowest score is 127. Win the toss, bat first. Is it Deepu?
Well, yeah, I mean, whosoever wins the toss will definitely bat first, and in India, it's better to bat first, because the wicket then tends to turn from in the second half, in the from the third day or the fourth day itself. So it's better to bat first again, and put runs on the board. 400 will be a pressure on England, even though if they come with that baseball approach, if the ball starts to turn or misbehaves, they'll be thinking in their mind again that doubt will come, which came in Ahmedabad in 3 years ago. Even they were even missing the straight balls with that pink balls. That
Yep.
doubt can come in their mind anytime. So I feel it's better to bat first, get the big runs on the board, let the batters get their mojo back, and just attack England. That would be my
Okay.
strategy.
Win the toss, bat first, says Aryan. Sorry, Deepu. Aryan, same thing.
Same, yeah, nothing to change in the toss back.
Okay, win the toss, bat first, because we have seen two each. We're batting first twice, batting second twice, so we might see something else. But I'm also sticking to this: win the toss and bat first is what the plow is. Going to the weather, as Aryan, as Deepu, both of you mentioned that it's the winter conditions, so expecting no rain. There's no rain in Hyderabad, and it's good weather, 19 to 20 degrees average Celsius as well. Winter conditions, teams, like we always say that teams would like to bat first in these conditions, but like Aryan, you have mentioned that we might see a little bit of shocking declarations coming from Ben Stokes. Will you be
Hmm.
surprised if he once again does that in this series?
Uh, what? I didn't get a question. Oh, the
Uh,
declarations. Okay, so
yeah,
yeah, yeah, no, I won't be surprised because I'm the only one who mentioned it right now. So yeah, I'm
yeah.
actually looking forward to how they declare. And having said that, they will only declare if they feel that they want to create a result out of the game. So finally, we have a team who wants to create a result. They won't go for the draw, so that is a good thing. So it will be entertaining for the crowd. And yeah, pitch as you said was a belter. Murli Vijay, I remember, along with Pujara, played innings on this very ground against Australia. Border Gavaskar, 2012, I think, if I'm not wrong, around
Yeah,
about that time.
21.
And yeah, so that was the match where the pitch was a belter. So I think expecting the same in the first 2 days.
Okay, and Adipu, to you, do you think that the test match will go on to the fifth day?
Well, anything can happen, and looking at the surface as well, I think this will go to day five. And Test crickets need day five games. Right now in South Africa, games are finishing on day three. Even in Australia, that West Indies game finished in almost 2.5 days. So Test cricket needs the 5 days, full 5 days, and riveting cricket action because it's been missing off late, and hopefully this series begins with that day five, and also the fact that England will definitely go for a result, even though that Ben Stokes declared in England on that day one. It's India. I mean the tactics will be slightly different here, but I'm also looking for day five for a day five finish. Whoever wins, whatever is the result, but it's cricket who needs to win eventually. So yeah, definitely would want day five. The test match to go to day five. Yeah.
Okay, day five, because just to let you know, Deepu, the match where India won against South Africa, that got the result came in the day two on the fourth inning, fourth session.
भाई वो साउथ अफ्रीका में था तो वापस घर वापस आ जा भाई.
But Aryan, for you as well, going on to day five, is it?
हाँ, it's भाई rarity हो गया. It's a rarity in these days, man, to
Yeah.
see a
Yeah.
5 day test match. So why not?
Okay, fair enough. We move on to the final slide. That is the playing 11. And this is what I have picked according to me. We'll firstly talk about Team India. I think no brainers there, but still, um, KL Rahul at number four, specialist batsman, and KS Bharat at six, with the three spinners and two pacers. Do you agree with this, Deepu? First,
Well, yeah, I mean this is going to be the first 11. No changes at all. I mean it's the Virat Kohli spot which was there was a consideration whether to include Shreyas or not. There was a doubt there, but now with Virat not being there, unfortunately, so yeah, it's the very same 11 which Rohit is going to speak at the toss.
and who do you think could be the replacement of Virat Kohli? Is it welcoming back Ajinkya Rahane?
Nah, not really. I mean, he has not scored runs in Ranji Trophy. Pujara is unlikely, even though he has scored truckloads of runs in the recent two games. So I was looking at that as well. But I think there are many few batters waiting in the wings as well. So I don't see Pujara coming back.
Okay, Aryan, for you.
Pretty much the same. No changes to this one. Virat Kohli going out, you need someone who plays spin well and who plays pace well. KL is a perfect replacement, and
Yeah.
KL Bharat is a clean keeper. You can expect good keeping skills and runs with the bat recently. So yeah,
Yeah.
but the interesting is England's 11. There have been a few rumors around that about Folks versus Bairstow, and you've included both. So I see both playing. Rehan
But
Ahmed
you have
and
mentioned a little bit of Dan Lawrence. Where do you play him?
yes. So then, yeah, that's the debate, na? Bairstow versus Folks. So you take Ben Folks out, and Bairstow keeps for you, and then Lawrence
Okay.
comes in for me. So that's the
So
change I
Lawrence
made.
takes the spot of Brooks. Okay, and that's what Aryan says. And Deepu, your take on the playing 11 of England?
Well, I'll go with the same one. I'm not looking forward to Dan Lawrence as of now. I'm more excited for Zach Crawley. I saw him in that 2021 tour. He looked quite decent in Ahmedabad as well. So, yeah, I'm starting with him, and also the fact that he can also provide the off spinning options. And along with Joe Root, what he did at Ahmedabad, we all remember that. So, England have got decent bit of options. And even this guy, Ben Folks, we have seen him. He's a
Yeah,
reliable keeper and a
good
solid
keeper.
batter in terms of technique as well. So, he starts for me in the 11 straight away with the keeping gloves. Bairstow is also a really good add in this 11, and even though he has been short on runs off late, but it's better that he's there because he holds this 11 better. He holds a batting lineup with his experience, and yeah, I think it's going to be Ollie Pope as well, who's going to be the key threat because he's also quite gun batsman. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good decent England 11, better than 2021.
absolutely. And they have two good spinners, Rehan Ahmed and Jack Leach, and
Yeah.
also the third of Joe Root. I think we have seen him lately bowling a lot of balls as well. And Aryan, going on to the bowling unit, two good spinners, two very experienced pacers as well. One of them is raw pace. Do you think Mark Wood will get some help in this Indian surface?
Uh, can you
And I'll take
Unfortunately,
that
we
one.
lost. Yeah, yeah.
I'll
Deepu,
take
go
that
ahead. Do
one.
you think Mark Wood will get some assistance from this Indian
I'm
surface?
not even sure that he's going to start in the first 11, to be really honest, because he's that kind of a guy. I mean, yes, raw pace is there, but it's in England that the cold conditions are there. It's there with this winter, it won't be cold for these guys. They are more experienced to such more extreme winter conditions. So I think he's kind of that guy who can break down in this course of five test match. So I think he'll not start in the 11 most likely. Maybe they'll go for someone who can, who is more fit enough and doesn't break down his body. So I think they'll,
If you don't pick Mark Wood, then I think the most likely option is Gus Hutchinson or
yeah,
Ollie Robinson.
Ollie
Who is it?
Robinson. I think Ollie will start.
Robinson will
Yeah,
play.
Robinson is
Okay.
more likely to start with. Looking at the
No,
IPL, Mark Wood is most likely to play in that World Cup as well, and also the fact that he is in the IPL squad of Lucknow. So I don't see him playing all the games and even this one, given the injury history he has. So I think it's Ollie Robinson who's going to start with Jimmy Anderson.
Okay, two pacers, two spinners for England. For India, it's two pacers and three spinners. I think fair enough. This is what you guys have picked, and I think no debate on that. But if anybody has, they can definitely let us know in the comment section. Final thing, First test predictions. Deepu, leading run scorer for Team India and leading wicket taker for Team India.
Well, I think I'm picking Jadeja as a leading wicket taker. Even though gut says Akshar Patel, but still I'll go with Jaddu. And batting, I want Jaiswal to do well. I'm backing the youngsters to do well. It's better that the youngsters pull up their socks. And as what Aryan said, that it's the best opportunity for them. Home
Yeah,
condition,
at home.
recent failures in South Africa, a point to prove. And no better than England at home, 5 Test match series. So I want the youngsters to do well.
Okay, Aryan for you, leading run scorer for India and
Uh,
wicket taker.
Shubman Gill, in the first test, I want him to do well because his spot is kind of in danger now. He's already
Yeah.
started a bit a few time back, but he's not performing. That's the thing. India's number three and wickets. I'll say Akshar Patel. So he didn't say Akshar Patel. I'll say Akshar Patel.
So nobody picks the local boy Mohammad Siraj just because we are expecting spin.
Yeah.
No, no, just because yes, because we are in India, the local boy might not get a lot of wickets.
Okay. And for England, I'll start with Aryan.
Oof. England. I think Ben Duckett might score a few because he's a fast-paced player, and if he gets going, he might score quickly. So he might end up
Okay.
the highest run scorer. And then wickets. Uh, Tough to say. Let's say Joe Root, for instance. Joe Root might pick a few wickets. I don't know. It's very
But,
tough to choose from
okay.
England, man.
Okay, I want to hear what Deepu says first.
Leading run scorer. I mean, for this particular game, I want Ollie Pope. I really like that guy in terms of technique as well. So yeah, Ollie Pope starts for me. Wicket taking options. I feel in terms of spinners, we haven't seen Shoaib Bashir and the other guy who's coming in. It's The onus will be on Jack Leach again. So I think he'll be the threat, and also the fact that our batters have been susceptible against left arm spinners off late, as the history suggests. So I think these are the two, and I'm also excited for Ryan Ahmed. I mean, after a while, we'll be seeing a leg spinner in a test match
Yeah.
across both the teams. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the spin department, but it's Jack Leach for me.
Okay, that's the reason why I let you speak because I also expected somebody to say Jack Leach just because India do not have a left-hander between Yashasvi Jaiswal and Ravindra Jadeja, if I'm not mistaken. There are a lot of righties out in the middle, and Jack Leach could be threatening as well. So that's it. That's the predictions. Last series predictions, please, guys. Start with Aryan.
5-0.
5-0 straight away. Okay.
4-1.
4-1 says Deepu. One consolation victory for them. Which venue is it?
Dharamshala.
Uh, I think it will be Dharamshala.
Dharamsala, he is
And we can
expecting a green
confirm that.
top wicket in Dharamsala. We'll definitely chat out there when we reach out to the fifth test, hopefully with a 4-0 as well out there. But thank you
Yeah.
so much, both of you. It was wonderful. Let's see what Hyderabad brings us to us in the opening test match series. And also to all the people as well. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the fifth umpire as well. And thank you so much. Let's enjoy test number 1 at Hyderabad.